Hey guys, how's it going? Today is Monday, January 30th, around 6 o'clock. I'm actually recording from my university. I have a break in between classes for about an hour and a half or so, give or take. And wanted to get this video done sooner than later because I won't be home until around 9:30. I didn't want to wait that late to post today's video. So today's talk is going to be about daily chores, tasks, and procrastination. So yesterday I was caught up doing a bunch of daily tasks that I kind of let slip by the wayside. Building my calendar for the next couple months and actually setting some goals for this month. Like I have a goal to reach 10 subscribers. I'm at 2. Thank you for the people who have subscribed. You know who you are. And I have a goal weight to reach, which is 190 for this month. Currently weighed in this morning at 194. And was putting a lot of other things on there just to maintain and keep track of my schedule, because it can be a little daunting at times. If you guys hear noise in the background, that's just cars driving by. So in relation to these things, I just want to make sure that people are aware how important these daily chores are and the things you have to do just on a daily basis to ensure your success. Most everybody that I know who is successful has some sort of rituals that they do on a daily basis. Like I myself try to work out every single day, even if it's for 10, 15 minutes. I try to get something, do some sort of workout every day for my health and for my well-being, and it actually energizes me. While I was in the military, I know a lot of my story is tied to the military, but I just like to share that experience. But while I was in the military, we were, you know, worked out pretty much Monday through Friday, the days we worked, for between 45 minutes all the way up to an hour and a half, just depending on what you had going on that day. And working out to me is a great benefit, keeps my mind focused, and it's a start to my day that kind of energizes me. And I look forward to it. Some days, I'll be honest, I don't quite look forward to it, and it's daunting depending on what you did the day before and what you got going on that day. But I mean, for the most part, it is something that I look forward to. And I look forward to the results as well. Although they'll be slow to show, I know that it is lasting results. And I used to do a lot of crazy workouts. I don't mean to go on a tirade here, but I used to do a lot of crazy workouts. And then I read this Bruce Lee quote that kind of slowed me down and made me realize a couple things. But it said he fears not the man who practices 1,000 kicks a day, but the man who practices one kick for 1,000 days. So I used to do outrageous things like, I don't know, 700 to 800 push-ups when I would do upper body sessions, and that, to me, looking back on it, may have caused me some joint pains, some joint issues. So now I've dialed it back to something more reasonable and manageable, and it's freed up a little bit more of my time, but I ensure that I get that daily thing done, and at least try to start my day by doing that, because it allows me to get focused and get ready for the day. And again, you don't have to be super demanding with your time. The people, bodybuilders, obviously take it more seriously, and you can see the results in the way they look. But for a person like myself and your average person, I think, anything between 10 minutes to an hour is going to benefit you. Just even 5 minutes is going to be better than doing nothing. But getting back to my daily chores, I noticed that it was Sunday yesterday, and I had, let some things go by the wayside, and Sunday's kind of my catch-up day, but it's also a day to spend with my family. So I did have to take some time apart, but my wife had to work yesterday, so it wasn't a huge daunting task. So, while me and my daughter were together, I tried to find some time here and there to get some things done that I had kind of put aside, and decided to, tackle my goals for February and some other things that I had to accomplish, like homework and other things that you have due at certain dates and certain times. So it's really important that you keep track of these tasks and at least try to make a monthly schedule. I've never been a huge fan of doing it myself, but seeing it there gives me some sort of guidelines to follow and some sort of track, and it kind of keeps me aware of what I got going on, appointments, if you have medical appointments going on or dental appointments that you have going on in the future. And so you don't overbook yourself and you don't, kind of double book yourself either. It just allows me to keep focused, stay on track, and see what's going on for this month and the following months if you want to do that. I also want to talk about procrastination. I was listening to this mentor on YouTube the other day. Forgive me because I don't remember his name. But he said something that kind of stuck with me, and I'm not quite sure if I believe it yet, but it is something that I did want to share with you guys, that he himself doesn't believe in procrastination. He said if he were to offer somebody $3 million to meet somewhere at 5 in the morning tomorrow, would you do it? And the audience he was talking to replied, absolutely. They'd be there at 4:59. So he was saying that it's a matter of importance. You kind of set an importance to things, and you do the things that you must do, and then you get around to the things that you want to do. I know Tony Robbins, one of the great life coaches, has always said we're an example of our musts, and I absolutely believe that. We're not an example of our shoulds. We always tell our friends, I should have done this, I should have done that. I have these goals, but what steps are you taking to get there? And how important are these steps to you? I try not to believe in procrastination, but I do believe that it exists in some sort of way, shape, or form, that people sometimes have other things that come up and that take precedence, and it's just a matter of importance, like that mentor said. But you should find the time to do the things and do the daily chores so you don't get backed up and find yourself in a procrastinated state. I notice a majority of people's time is spent on cell phones and doing things, maybe watching TV shows or playing video games. I'll share a quick little story with you about video games. I had an Xbox console when I was growing up, and before I joined the military, I gave it to my brothers because I told them that I didn't think I would have the time to be playing games once I joined the military. And it really detracted me and took away from some time that I could have spent studying, some time that I could have spent maybe investing some more time on myself. Rather, I was investing time on that. And that's not to say that it's a terrible thing, but what if you were spending the time on your cell phone and the time on video games or anything else that eats up a majority of your time that isn't super beneficial to you? What if you spent that time making an investment on yourself and doing things that could better your situation, your family, your everything? I think it can be a huge deterrent, and you just got to stay focused on the things that really matter to a certain extent. And if you can try to minimize certain things, that's not to say don't play video games at all. Do it for pleasure time, but make sure that you're taking care of the other things. Use it as a form of reward rather than a form of like a pastime. Just to make time pass, you end up playing video games or end up being on your cell phone. What else can you be doing with that time? Could you be researching something? Could you be reading a book? There's so many different opportunities for that, and I feel like successful people use their time wisely. I was told by this other great mentor that there's only 24 hours in a day, and it's what you do with those 24 hours that separates you or makes you the same as other people. Everybody's given the same amount of hours in a day. There's successful people don't get more hours. That's not the reason they're successful. It's because they utilize their 24 hours in a day to a certain extent that is very highly efficient. So those are just some thoughts for today and some things I wanted to share with you, and some thoughts that I have, and some thoughts that other people that I've, that have kind of mentored me along the way have had. And I think that it's all very positive in nature. And if you'd like to take away one thing away from this video, it's just stay on top of the little things and make sure that you're spending your time wisely so you can avoid things like procrastination and setting yourself up for, essentially failure. Um, or you can be stagnant, and that's not healthy as well. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you. It looks like my views are going up. I'm starting to share on different avenues now. I'm using my LinkedIn to share videos, as well as reopened up my Twitter and I'm posting videos there. So please follow me on the different avenues. I'll post my Twitter account on the bottom of the YouTube pages, so you guys can follow me on there. And thank you guys again for all the support. I know my subscribers are only at 2, but I appreciate even one person following me. And I know there's going to be people who don't subscribe and still watch my videos, and I make an impact on their life, and that means more to me than anything. It's not about the subscribers, it's not about how many views I get. I just want to make an impact in people's lives, in young people's lives, and possibly in older people's lives, if they warrant it. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll try to be a little bit more on the ball with the video tomorrow, but I did want to get this out to you guys today. I did think it was important. Thank you guys again for watching, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.